What's good, everybody? It's Coach Phil with Coach Phil Reacts, and I am back with another video. So, to make up for me missing Sunday's last game, and I just recorded, I posted, y'all can go check it out on the channel, between Calgary and Montreal, I came across this little docu-series. And as you all saw, you know, for you that are new or anything like that, I did react to Behind the R for the Ottawa Red Blacks from last season earlier. It was like February, March-ish a little bit, and it was really great. I really enjoyed it. I still gotta go back and watch the last episode. I'll get around to that at some point to complete the series. But this was posted on Instagram and is Beneath the Blue from the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, and I believe it's on Dalton, Schoen. And I just want to take a look at it. It's 8 minutes and 15 seconds. So if, as you all know, I kind of really like docu-series. I really like watching stuff like this. So it's kind of fun to react to stuff like this. Little something, little filler, little something fun to do. So if you guys really dig watching these, you know, let me know in the comments section, and we can rap about it, talk about it, all that jazz. So if this is your first time to the channel, run over there, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that jazz. And without any further ado, let's just get right into the video, y'all. Make sure I got the volume up. Oop.
There's an old saying, it takes a village to raise a child. And in the case of Winnipeg Blue Bombers receiver Dalton Schoen, two individuals truly stand above the rest. Meet Kelly and Christy Schoen, the parents of the CFL's most outstanding rookie, and a player who almost instantly became a favorite of Blue Bombers fans last year while finding the end zone over and over again.
That's an understatement.
And what's clear in any conversation with the Schoen family is their core values of humility and gratitude reign supreme from the top down.
I think he's always been that way. You know, I've never wanted to have, you know, people looking at it, inward at him. Like, he wants to have it be a team thing for sure.
I think that's how he's naturally wired, and again, that was probably a little bit of his father's coaching coming up, is that, you know, you can't have success without a team, and everybody has a role in a team, and the guy whose role is blocking, and nobody ever sees any of that when you score a touchdown, is equally as important to the person that catches the ball or runs the ball in.
That's really nice core values to have.
A few speed bumps for Schoen. A walk-on in college who became a star at Kansas State, Schoen earned looks down south as an undrafted free agent from the Chargers, Washington, and 2 stints with his hometown Kansas City Chiefs while chasing his NFL dream. With every one of those stops, Kelly and Christy were by his side, racking up the points on the travel rewards cards and every step along the way.
Man,
that going into the NFL, because there's just so few jobs, and you know, depending on where you start in the pecking order and your draft status, so if you're starting at the bottom, you know it's going to be tough. And again, you want to support the entire way, because they said, you know, it's up to you, because he had actually accepted a job his senior year in college with an engineering firm.
Wow.
And then, you know, the football doors started open, so we said, you know, you do what you want. Don't feel like you need to, you know, be a grown-up on our behalf. So if you got a passion for it, pursue it. But each step of the way, you know that it may end. And
that's a reality that I always try to let people know, like players, whatever, like have a backup plan. You know, that's just the thing you got to have, is reality. Football isn't forever, and I know. See now. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. We as people and we as parents, we tell our kids they can do anything they want to, but the thing that we forget to tell them is that to give them the reality check that you may not make it. And people think that that's wrong to sit there and say that. That's not true. It's the reality. And once you're real with yourself and you understand that, hey, I can get hurt at any time playing this game. I want to make sure I'm financially set. I have a backup plan. Anything is possible. I want to put myself in a position to be successful after football, even before football, just in case. So to hear his parents say something like this, it's very telling that they raised him right, and they gave him, and there's a lot of different ways of raising a kid right, but you know, these are some very good things to take a hold of. And as a parent myself, I always try to tell my son, you know, you're going to school, you're going to get an education, you can't really, progress and achieve which one. Work smarter, not harder is what I tell my kids. I tell my son and my daughter that all the time. And I never want people to sit there and think, oh, well, school wasn't for me. If school wasn't for you, that's fine. Work hard, do your thing, do whatever you want to do, chase your dream, and make sure that you get the most out of yourself and get the most out of life. So this is really good to hear, and I like that.
For instance, when he was with the Chiefs, we get to the preseason games, and there's going to be a cut down after the first game. Well, the first game's in San Francisco, and so we said, well, we should go because this may be it. It may be over. And so we flew out and went to the 49ers game, and then there's another cut down. And we said, well, we should see if he makes that cut down, but the next game's in Phoenix. So we waited, and on Tuesday he cleared the cut, and so we flew over to Phoenix. And
wow.
I met my brother and his fiance there, and then you come back home, and there's another cut down before the one game in Kansas City in Arrowhead Stadium, which would be his dream to play in that stadium. And he made that cut, and there were hundreds of people there to see that.
So when Dalton decided to look to the Canadian Football League, the Schoens tapped Winnipeg, Manitoba into Google, and they were on their way straight north on the I-29.
Yeah, I know it's in Canada, but if you would have told me straight north of Kansas City, I would have never. So, it's a journey that, may end. And when he said, I'm going to Canada, he said, we'll support you. And he gets in his 2010 pickup truck. Then you just don't know. Or you're going to get the phone call that, I'm coming home.
This stop would turn out to be different. And as the Schoens attest, Dalton has found his home here, where the Red and Assiniboine rivers converge. Witnessing this transformation, with Dalton taking his street dog mentality and transforming it into a household name in Winnipeg and across the CFL, has been nothing short of spectacular for Kelly and Christie.
The first time we came up.
This is the thing that I would always want players at any level to understand, is that, yes, the NFL is the in America, the end-all, be-all. That's where every kid wants to get to. But there are other opportunities out there, and it doesn't matter where you go. As long as if you want to go chase your dream, go chase it and do what you got to do. There are a lot of sacrifices that you have to make in order to be successful. And to hear that, Dalton got in his 2010 pickup truck, went up north and took a chance. Sometimes in life, you got to take chances, man. And if it means that much to you and you love what you do, man, by all means, go chase it, man. I've had to do that my doggone self with coaching, opportunities here and there. It's a lot of travel. It's a lot of being away from your family, and you got to make a decision on, am I going to be all in or am I just going to be out? You can't be half in, half out. You either in or you out. So I admire this. I respect this, and I respect the hustle, man, because it's not built for everybody, and that's okay. It just weeds out. You're real with yourself, and it weeds out the fakers and the real ones. So this is really good to hear, and I respect the hell out of it, man. I really, really do. Because every football player and coach has gone through something like that.
They eventually get to enough questions that you got to say, well, he plays for the Blue Bombers. The guy looks at the ID and he says, same name. I said, yeah, honey. He said, never heard of him. This past time when we came up, the border guard said, where are you going? Well, this is our son. Plays for the Blue Bombers. He looks at it and he goes, "Is your son Dalton Schoen?" He said, "We love that kid." 1 year later, it's kind of a different experience.
Yeah, the first time that we saw his jersey up there with 83 on the back and Schoen, it's surreal. You get that feeling, wow. And then to walk around the game and see so many people wearing his jersey.
It's humbling. Because, he's just an average kid from an average family, and you see people that have invested several $100s in a jersey with his name on it. You never thought, that something like that would happen within your family, for sure.
It's great just to see Dalton get on the field, actually be out there, and then when he had some production and a touchdown, and that was all just very exciting.
And so what began simply as another stop along the journey has become much more than that to the Schoens. It's a family affair, and a newfound connection between the U.S. Midwest and Manitoba has become something beyond just football.
So many other people that get to share it, and you hear from so many people and the impact that it's having on those people, whether it's, I hear that my 94-year-old great aunt in small town Kansas is watching it in a retirement center, and she's got, 2 or 3 other people rounded up to watch Bombers games. And
That's wow. That's
it's surreal.
And it's hard to get CFL games,
Tiny farm town.
here in America. But now it's more open now. But I can imagine,
International
Wow.
TV. It's beyond disbelief.
Dalton Schoen has found a football home here in Winnipeg. And for Kelly and Christy, that has opened the door to consistently head north to IG Field, catch as many games in person as possible, and then load up the car with Blue Bombers gear once again to share it with everyone back home.
We probably have purchased more Bomber apparel than any other individual in the last year and a half.
that's parents' love
Every
right
trip,
there, man.
Whether it's family members or friends, somebody is saying, hey, could you get me a t-shirt? Can you get me a hat? In the beginning, you said, well, we'll buy for, the grandparents and the nieces and nephews. But now, everybody's got the gear and everybody's tuning in. The word that keeps coming to mind is kind of
Sorry about that. The recording stopped for a quick second, but we're back. So let's continue on. We got like 30-40 seconds left.
week basis. And again, your initial goal is to make the team, and then your secondary goal is to be able to make contributions on game day. But to see it play out, week after week, this was the home, I think, where he was meant to be.
All right, so that was really informative. That was really nice to be able to see that. And I guess the message that we can all take from the first episode of Beneath the Blue, let me make sure I say that correctly, Beneath the Blue, is you gotta take chances in life. And if you really believe in something, go achieve it, man. No matter what anybody says, it don't matter where you come from, it doesn't matter what you're doing, it doesn't matter if you come from a small town, a big city, the hood, living in poverty, whatever your case may be, man. If you have something, go get it, and don't let anybody sit there and tell you different. If you have a strong support system behind you, by all means, man, go chase that dream. And it also teaches us, watching this first episode of Beneath the Blue, that you do, like I said, you do have to have a great support system around you, whether it's family, and even if it's not your immediate family, it doesn't matter where you come from in life. If you have some good friends or people that believe in you, man, that's your family, man. Family comes in all different walks and phases of life. So, if they want to go with you on this journey, man, them some real people, man. Enjoy it and embrace it and love it and cherish it, because not everybody has that. So live a dream, chase it, go get it, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But never give up on yourself, and you never know what the outcome may be. If you put the time and the effort and the work in, man, it will happen. It will all come to fruition. And big shout out to Dalton Schoen, man, for making his dreams come true. Hats off to his, all love and respect to him and his family and all that for sticking by him and making that drive. And just everybody, that's a beautiful thing to see, man. I really enjoy seeing that. So we are going to end this first episode out. If you really enjoyed it, if you want me to do more episodes, if you know of any other docu-series that regarding the CFL that you want me to take a look at, I'm more than willing to take a look at it, y'all. I really enjoy doing this stuff, man, because it can't, as much as I love doing the highlights and reactions and all that, man, there's so many different things out here that I want to learn and share with y'all, and we all kind of learn together, things that we may not know or things you do know that I don't know. So, yeah, let's do that. So, anyway, guys, we out of here, y'all. Continue to be great, strive for greatness, all that jazz. I'll see y'all in the next video.